We all go to the grocery store, but our vehicle shouldn't look like it belongs there all the time. Hey, welcome to this edition of Road Warrior. I'm your host, Grant Roberson. Now behind me, you could swear, well, it's a wagon. It's the 2015 mid-year release for the Volvo V60 Cross Country Edition. Now, it is a sports wagon, but it doesn't necessarily mean you got to go get groceries. Heck, this thing can go off-road. It only took us several decades to figure out, well, a wagon doesn't have to be box-like. It can actually be kind of cool. Now, that's what the V60 does here. Has a nice, sleek design. Pretty much stereotypical wagon on the outside. There's no mistaking that. But they definitely have refined it. Now, where it all starts is really from here forward. Typical sedan-like look. Now, back here, pretty much squared off just a hair to give you a little bit of wagon on the back side. It's going to give you that great cargo. To help when you go off the beaten path, most vehicles do exactly what the Cross Country does, and that is that rubber cladding around the wheel wells. Now, this is in kind of a contrasting color, the nice black contrasting the white body, giving a nice overall appearance. Now, this is a mid-year release, a 2015 and a half, and one accent you're going to notice that's different is the black glossy all the way around the windows. Now, I like how that couples together with the black accents, even the black encased mirrors here, and giving it a lot of contrast and a little bit more pizzazz. Even better, they've really gone with a little bit of extra dark tint on those rear windows. For the Cross Country, it falls maybe into the mid-size segment just barely, because I consider the mid-size to be around about 190 inches. This falling a little bit shorter, around about 182. Now, wheelbase is fairly decent, about 109. Now, what that means is fairly decent occupancy on the inside and legroom numbers. Now, as for the width, it's going to be just over 6 feet wide and just under 5 feet tall. Just like the boxy exterior, what's gone is the kind of gaudy front ends, now replaced more with a more sleek-like design. Now, what you're going to notice is the front end protrudes just a little bit, nice arc to it, and overall the headlights kind of give you that grimacing look, and it does have a little bit of grille warfare even on this kind of grocery go-getter. Now, the grille is going to be typical honeycomb, and you'll notice a little bit of difference here, and that's for some operation on the front end that we'll show you on the inside. Now, overall body color contrasting with the black rubber, everything comes together quite nice. For the Cross Country, one key feature has to be the all-wheel drive, and the only option that it comes with. Now, even better is the horsepower on the hood. This equipped with a 2.5 liter inline 5-cylinder engine. Now, it's going to deliver decent horsepower around about 250 and 266 foot-pounds of torque. Now, the engine's coupled with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Pretty much get behind the wheel, stomp the gas, and it's going to have traction regardless of the weather. One key factor has to be the smart key systems, and pretty much a lot of vehicles are delivering it, and so is the V60. Now, what's great here is it's a little bit more innovative than the competition, pretty much meaning you go to any door handle, as you slip your hand close, it's going to unlock with ease pretty much any door you're at. Even better, these kind of hidden buttons here, you simply press it, it's going to lock it back up. Now, when we go to the fuel area, we talk about this lately, pretty much the ease of access, and where I like it is when the vehicle locks this and unlocks it with the key fob. Well, not the case here. Instead of simply pressing on it, it pops open. You got to press the button on the inside. It's going to pop open here. Even more arduous, this thing called a twist cap. One of the best features about a wagon has to be here at the back end, because you're getting, well, the best of both worlds. That sedan-like feel on the inside and a little bit of cargo to boot. Unlike SUVs, it's going to maybe in some cases feel a lot more truckish. Now, here at the back end, it's going to be standard Volvo operation. These nice stacked tail lights and a typical wide rear gate. Now, on this particular model, there is no lift hatch like you're going to find on a full-size SUV, the old manual method, but it is a nice electronic release. Now, it raises out of the way and gives you a lot of height here, no banging on your head here. Now, what you're going to notice once you dive inside is a lot of cargo area, really rivaling an SUV, nowhere close to the size of a sedan, a lot bigger. Now, by the numbers, over 43 cubic feet, and what you see here is kind of getting ready for our beach trip. The average things thrown in, we still got room for luggage and other gear. Once you climb inside the V60, you're going to forget all about being in a wagon, as the sports-inspired seating kind of takes you to a different level. Now, what you're going to notice is really the wrapped seating. That's going to feel a little bit tight for some, but it gives you a lot of comfort, especially with the leather. Now, there are 3 memory settings and lumbar support. Now, with the overall numbers of this vehicle and that huge amount of cargo space, there's going to be some compromise when it comes to the back legroom numbers. Now, what you see up front is about 42 inches, in the back around about 33. To help with the overall comfort, I like the fact that we have a tilt and telescoping steering wheel, but it's not powered. Instead, it's a manual option, but it has a lot of range. Will come way out from the dash and go up and down, really adjusting to pretty much any driver. For the gauge cluster, it's going to be pretty much what we've seen, a nice digital analog readout for the tach and a digital speed. Now to the left and right are some other gauges, and you control that all on the lever to the left. Volvo keeps it somewhat simple here for the LCD screen, not the biggest on the market, and even more to note, it's not touchscreen, which is good because it's kind of a stretch away. Instead, they actually put all the buttons down below. Now, typical cluster we've seen for years. Now, what you're going to notice is the center buttons right here, really almost like a numeric pad you're going to find on a telephone, which works out really good when you Bluetooth because you can dial right here with ease. Now, around the outside, typical operation for other functions. And I like the fact that all four of these knobs are the same, nice and equal, giving you balance. Again, the Volvo V60 comes with a 6-speed automatic transmission with a sport-like mode, and that may be something you might want to use because this vehicle does have a lot of spunk off the line. Now, I like the fact that pretty much down the center, it's sleek, hidden, and when you need things, you pretty much slide them open. Now, this comes with dual cup holders and a nice power outlet right here. Kind of an odd placement, but, well, moisture and electricity typically don't mix. Now, what you're going to notice here is a center console, not too big, but it's nice and deep, going to hold decent items. And you do have connectivity with the USB and auxiliary jack. One thing you'll notice in the second row really is the bucket seats on the ends. Now that's going to give you individualized attention in the center. Still decent space. It's going to come out just a hair. Now even better, there's a nice center console. It flips down, giving you great armrests and even better dual cup holders. Now there's a little bit of shallow storage here if you need it. Now what's great is you have decent room for 3 people, but again, leg room a little bit tight. Again, you got a lot of cargo, a lot of front leg room, so right here, it's about the only place to compromise. And what I found is you do have a nice little niche built into the back of the front seat backs, giving you just a hair more breathing room. Now a couple other features you're going to find are heated seats back here, nice wood grain appointments and brushed aluminum, and even better, really dark tint to keep it nice and cool. One thing manufacturers need to focus on is airflow to the back, and on the V60 they handle that quite well, really putting the airflow here on the outside pillars versus the center console where typically most people are going to block it with their legs. This a little bit more direct and at the people. One feature I almost missed out on until I looked up was right here at the back, and what it does is transform this cargo area into a pet hauler, and it all starts with this rear cage. It is actually built into the roof here, folds down, locks the pets inside, really making the travel with your animals so much easier. Back here for the second row is transforming from people to cargo, and they do that with ease considering this is a kind of a 40-20-40 split, allowing you to really transform this any way you want. And it all starts right here with the shoulder handle, and all you do is simply pull on it, tumble this forward, and lay the seat flat. And what that's going to give you a lot of versatility, put some things here, people here, tons of options. That does it for this edition of Road Warrior and a test drive behind the wheel of the 2015 and a half Volvo V60 Cross Country Platinum Edition. And all that comes together pretty much to mean that you're going to look really good going to the grocery store, whether it's in the snow, the rain, or dry weather. Even better, pretty much they've reinvented the wagon. No more you're going to fit in kind of with the rest of them. You're going to stand out really well in this vehicle. Now, as always, thank you for watching this edition of Road Warrior. Keep both hands on the wheel and eyes straight ahead.